The training deck smelled of burned metal and arrogance, and I already regretted this assignment. 4 of my arms stayed crossed in what I hoped looked like cold authority. Below me, a human female was checking her antique projectile weapon like she was about to go hunting, not facing galactic-level evaluation. My name is Vayan, Tactical Examiner for the Turek Dominion. In 12 cycles, I'd tested over 2,000 candidates. Most failed respectfully. This one? She was humming. Something funny, Specialist Hayes? She didn't look up. Just thinking my grandpa would love this place. All these moving targets and gravity tricks. He'd probably want one for his garage. I glanced at the million-credit simulator around us. Your grandfather is impressed by coalition tech? Oh, he'd call it ridiculous. She finally looked up, grinning. But he'd respect the effort. My left eye twitched, a reflex I hated. I'd watched Crick's shock troops weep at this facility. Tholian commandos composed hymns about it. And this human thought we were trying too hard. Perhaps, I said slowly, you'd prefer an empty field and rock throwing? Now you're speaking my language. Though I'm decent with rocks too. Above us, Commander Jarok slumped into the observation deck. The Granchi was supposed to evaluate candidates. Instead, he ate protein bars and made unhelpful comments. Is that the human everyone's fighting about? His voice rattled the speakers. Unfortunately, I muttered. I heard that, Morgan called up. Don't worry, Commander. I'll either impress you or give you a good story. Win-win. Jarix made a sound. Laugh or indigestion, unclear. I like her. Try not to break this one, Van. Why did everyone think I was the problem? Routine, Morgan said, settling into firing position. You have one. I've watched your evaluation vids. You do this eyebrow thing right before you fail someone. Very obvious. My eyebrow twitched. Today, I swore. Not today. The test is straightforward. I activated the range. Targets at varying distances and conditions. Accuracy, speed, tactical awareness. 60% passes, 80% exemplary, 90% exceptional. Only achieved 14 times in coalition history. What about 100%? I paused. In 17 years, nobody has hit perfect marks. Cool. What do I get if I'm first? You won't be. That's not an answer. Because it's not worth discussing. She laughed. The sound echoed bright and sharp, completely wrong for a military exam. Yeah, I see why humans have a reputation. Your species is reckless, unpredictable, and survives the impossible through sheer stubbornness. See? You do know us. Begin when ready. First target, 300 meters. Standard silhouette. Easy baseline. She raised the pistol, smooth as water. The weapon barked. Center mass lit green. Perfect. Adequate, I said. Second target, 500 meters, partial cover, wind compensation. She fired before I finished describing parameters. Green. My primary hands tightened. Targets 3 through 7 appeared in rapid sequence. Angles, gaps, moving obstacles. Morgan flowed. Never rushed, never slow. Track, fire. Green, green, green. You've done this before. Grew up on a homestead on Earth. Dad taught me when I was 7. Said if I lived that far from city limits, I needed to handle trouble myself. Your father trained you as a juvenile? He taught me to shoot. The military stuff came later, but good shooting is good shooting. Target or problem, same skill. What kind of problems? Coyotes, wolves. Once a bear that really wanted our grain. You shot a bear. Shot near a bear. Big difference. Dad shot it the next night when it came back. Your father punished you for mercy? Said, if you're gonna do something, do it right. Half measures just make worse problems. He wasn't wrong. Phase 2. Hostile combatants. Active engagement. Average species scored 72%. Morgan's accuracy climbed to 94%. Interesting, he said. Statistically anomalous, I corrected. Sure, that's why you're doing the eyebrow thing again. Phase 3. Environmental chaos. Explosions. Gravity fluctuations. Atmospheric shifts. Morgan moved through it like a dance she'd rehearsed for years. When a blast blocked her sight, she fired through debris at where the target should be. She was right. When gravity inverted, she twisted midair, fired 3 shots, landed on what used to be the ceiling. All hits. Okay, Jerox whispered. That's impressive. I said nothing. My translator was overwhelmed. You look stressed, Officer Vayan. Want me to slow down? Continue. Phase 4. Active counterfire. Simulated battlefield. Most species needed squads. Individuals lasted 90 seconds before safety protocols kicked in. Morgan dropped into cover. Analyzed in 4 seconds, then went on the aggressive offensive. She vaulted a barrier, sprinted toward the nearest hostile, slid under return fire, eliminated it, used its holographic corpse as cover, double-tapped 2 flankers, rolled, cleared 6 hostiles in under 11 seconds. Did she just... Yes. That's not... I know. Morgan reloaded, breathing steady. A hostile appeared behind her. She didn't turn. Angled the weapon backward over her shoulder, fired blind. Hit? Jerox demanded. Laser reflection, Morgan muttered. Basic stuff. 15 hostiles now. Coordinated fire. Designed to be impossible solo. The lesson, retreat and call support. Morgan called for nothing. She used the environment, used enemy positioning against them, used momentum and timing and pure human stubbornness. 2 minutes in, Phase 4 cleared. That, Jerox said slowly, is not possible. Apparently it is. I checked my sensors. Everything nominal. Is there a Phase 5? Morgan ejected her magazine. Not complaining, just want to know if I should save ammo. There was no Phase 5. There had never been a Phase 5, so I did what any rational officer would do. I made one up. Phase 5. Activating demonstration-only systems. Adaptive hostiles. Tactical modification. Full gravity randomization. That's not a real test, Jerox hissed privately. I'm aware. You're throwing random things at her. Yes, it's extremely unprofessional. I fully support this. Carry on. The range became a shifting maze of death. Random spawns, gravity cycling extremes. Hostile AI jumped to level 7. Morgan took a long breath. Now we're talking. What followed wasn't a test. It was a dismantling. She adapted to gravity changes mid-stride. Predicted spawn patterns I hadn't realized were patterns. Used ricochets and timing like the environment was an extension of her body. At one point, she ran horizontally along a wall during a shift, fired upside down through a gap that didn't exist seconds before, eliminated 3 targets, landed in a roll, and came up shooting. I need to sit down. You are sitting down. I need to sit down more. 5 minutes in, 98.6% accuracy, 2 misses out of 147 shots. The range powered down, safety fields disengaged, silence. So, Morgan looked up. Do I pass? You... Jerox stopped. That was... freaky, she offered. Dad always said I get weird when I focus, said I looked possessed. Your father, I finally managed, is a wise male. I'll tell him, he'll love that. Though he'll also ask what kind of targets impressed an alien tactical officer. He gets protective. He's concerned about your service? Oh, thrilled about the service. It's the alien part he doesn't trust. Still not convinced you won't dissect me for science. We have strict regulations against unauthorized dissection, I said automatically. That's what I told him. The unauthorized part really helped. So what's the verdict? Do I join your space military club or should I shoot something else? I'm also good with rifles and bows. And one time in basic I got creative with a knife and duct tape. Instructor called it genius or psychotic. Never decided which. I descended from the deck, legs unsteady. Specialist Morgan. Oh no, full name. Am I in trouble? You achieved 98.6% accuracy under parameters that exceed all testing limits. Cool. Is that good? It's unprecedented. So, better than good. I paused. My mandibles clicked, maybe laughter. Extremely good. She stuck out her hand. Awesome. When do I start? I took it, felt the calluses, the confidence. Tomorrow. Perfect. Gives me time to call Dad and tell him I officially made aliens nervous with a handgun. He's gonna be so proud. She walked out whistling. Vayan, what have we recruited? I watched her disappear. Trouble. Good trouble or bad trouble? I thought about those impossible shots. That casual competence, that smile that knew exactly how extraordinary she was. Yes, for the first time in 12 cycles I felt something like excitement, or fear. With humans it was hard to tell the difference. Next morning, briefing room. Morgan arrived in a shirt with a cartoon dinosaur. Got it at a truck stop. Humans find it funny. Don't ask why. Jerax leaned in. I find it amusing. See? Commander gets it. I specifically said I don't understand it. I protested. Understanding and enjoying are different things, Officer Vayan. Lieutenant Vex, a Tholian, entered, scales shifting nervous yellow. Captain Drumath, a Kriex, 4 eyes locked on Morgan. Major Yanara, Sothran, crystalline and unreadable. So this is the human. Drumath rumbled. Guilty. Morgan raised her coffee cup. Fair warning. Not a morning person. First time meeting crystal life forms. If I say something offensive, it's ignorance, not malice. You just called Major Yanara a crystal life form, Vex hissed. The Sothran find that reductive. Oh no, really, sorry Major, what's correct? Sorry Major, actually we prefer it to rock people, which most species use. Rock people? That's way worse, who came up with that? Teruvian delegation, 40 cycles ago. Teruvians need better education and better manners. Morgan extended a hand, paused. Wait, do you shake or is that weird? We don't physically interact casually, but the gesture is appreciated. Cool. Filed away. Anyone else have greeting customs? I'm trying hard not to start an intergalactic incident day 1. Your concern is noted, Vex said. We reviewed your performance metrics. You are either extremely talented or a complete fluke. Probably 70-30. You decide which. Drumath's eyes narrowed. How much practice? Lots. Genetics. Growing up where if you couldn't shoot, you didn't eat. Plus gymnastics Mom made me do, hated it, but I don't fall when gravity gets weird. I pulled up test footage. Explain this wall run maneuver. Oh, gravity cycled every 8 seconds. I timed my approach. Used momentum to go horizontal. Took shots while still oriented to previous gravity direction. Basic, Drumath repeated flatly. Once you notice the pattern, it's straightforward. Trick is not overthinking. Also helps playing video games where physics are suggestions. Video games? Vex said. Your military training. Some of it. Rest from real training, combat, and once fighting off 3 guys robbing a convenience store with a mop and aggressive language. Every officer stared. The mop had good reach. Plus they interrupted my snack shopping. I take snack time seriously. I like this human very much. I found a liability with good aim, I corrected. Same thing. Team integration exercise. Hostage extraction with Vex. Morgan went through a 2nd-story window instead of the door. That's not protocol, Vex hissed. I know, isn't it great? She climbed the exterior, slipped inside, eliminated 2 hostiles before alarm. Stairwell to your left is clear, found hostage 1. They moved like they'd trained for months. Vex methodical, Morgan chaos. Together, devastating. Final hostage, 8 hostiles, overlapping fire. Optimal approach, 4 minutes, suppression, grenades. Hey Vex, ever played shell game, cups in a ball? Yes, why? Because I'm the ball. Vex opened fire east. Hostiles converged. Morgan came through the western wall. She found demo charges, blew a hole where no entrance existed 30 seconds ago. Surprise. Room cleared. Hostage secured. Time 9 minutes 42 seconds. New record. B2. Vex's scales strobed. That was against every protocol. I was going to say exhilarating. That too. Did you see that wall breach? Wasn't sure it'd work. but sometimes you commit and see what happens. That's not science, Yanara said. Human science. We're very experimental. I want her in my unit. Absolutely not, she's my problem now. Your problem? I thought I did good. Morgan looked between us. You did excellent. That's why you're a problem. Excellence disrupts patterns. So I'm too good and that's bad? Yes, she shrugged. Fair. But you said complete the objective. Never said the boring way. There is no boring way, Vex protested. There's correct and incorrect. Sure, but some correct ways are more fun than others. Can I get that footage? Dad'll love the wall breach. He always says, when in doubt, make a new door. Your father sounds dangerously unhinged. He's a contractor. Same thing. Evening. 17 incident reports, 23 violations. Today was awesome, Morgan said, walking to quarters. Is every day this intense? Today was orientation. Actual assignments are more demanding. I'm going to need so much coffee. Her quarters were already personalized. Earth blanket, potted plant, family photo. Hey, Officer Vayan. Thanks for the shot. I know I'm not what you expected. That's an understatement of profound magnitude. She laughed. Humans are the universe's way of keeping things interesting. Interesting is one word. What's another? I thought about broken records and shattered protocols. About that smile and absolute refusal to be limited by impossibility. Necessary. She blinked. Didn't expect that. Tomorrow you'll have real missions, real danger. Some will resent you, others will doubt you despite evidence. I can handle it. I know, but your actions now reflect all of humanity. Officer, I grew up representing my family every day, small town. Reputation is everything. I know how to carry responsibility and make people proud. Your father sounds remarkable. He's pretty great. He'd tell you I'm the remarkable one. He just pointed me in the right direction and tried not to mess up. She's special. She's a statistical anomaly who'll give me stress-related health problems. Same thing. Troops are already talking. The human who broke the shooting range, the one who goes through walls instead of doors. Wonderful. A legend before one real mission. Better our side than the other. You know what this means? Humans are going to change everything we thought about warfare. I sat at my desk, typing. Subject: Human Integration Assessment. Conclusion: Expand human recruitment immediately. Request hazard pay for supervising officers. Additional note: the human asked to paint her door. I said yes. I don't know why. Send help. A message arrived. Hey, Officer Van, quick question. Regulations against painting my door? Found this cool galaxy pattern. Also, thanks again. Today was seriously awesome. Sleep well. I typed back. Regulations prohibit unauthorized modifications. However, I see no rules against authorized modifications. Permission granted. Don't make me regret this. Immediate response. You're the best. I promise it'll look amazing. Probably won't regret this. Okay, can't guarantee anything, but I'll try real hard. I closed the channel. 17 incidents, 23 violations, one human who treated the impossible like a challenge. And somehow, against all logic, I was looking forward to tomorrow. Commander Jerax was right. Humans were going to change everything. And Specialist Morgan, with her cartoon shirts, coffee dependency, and absolute refusal to acknowledge limits, was leading that charge. I should have been worried. Instead, I was smiling. Or what passed for a smile among my species. Humans. The universe's answer to the question nobody asked. And we had just recruited the best one. Or the worst one. Time would tell.